preparing to live stream the meeting. Okay, I'm gonna put you on mute because we're gonna start very quickly. Okay, I'm gonna put you on mute because we're gonna start very quickly. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put you on mute because we're gonna start very quickly. Okay. This morning I spoke to my flowers. Okay, I'm gonna put you on mute because I got a balcony, and it's a pink flower. She told me about her dream. She had a dream night. Yeah, she had a dream. She dreamed that the sun and the moon were arguing. So the sun was my rose, that my rose should praise him every day because it's because of the sun and the energy and the light that the sun gives to my rose that my rose was able to grow. But the moon said, no, no, no. When the sun goes to sleep, I will look after you. So praise me instead. So my rose said, it's my mother, the earth, who gave me birth. And if it wasn't for her to exist, you both wouldn't have any purpose in this universe. You wouldn't have any value. And then my rose woke up. Whether you are a very advanced speaker and you give a lot to learners, and whether you came here for the first time and you don't know anything speaking and somebody asked you to come over and participate, everybody to be here, everybody has the same value, everybody has the same importance. Everybody can give and take from and to someone else. That was the moral of the dream of my rose. My name is Murad. I am the Sergeant at Arms of the Cairo Toastmasters Club. My mission here is to give you the rules of our club, the mission and the rules of our unique club. This mission and these rules, I'm gonna find them, have been written by the most high commission of our club, so high that nobody saw it ever. And I'm gonna find them now. Yes. The mission of a Toastmasters club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication skills, which in turn foster confidence and personal growth. If you have a phone next to you, please put it in silent mode. And if it is in vibrating mode, put it away from your laptop in your pocket. If a member wants to approach one of the three topics that are controversial, which are religious and sex, he first must approach and get approval from the committee before going ahead. She is of our day, the moon of our night, and the gardener of our flowers. She will today water us with her powerful voice, coated with the sweetness of love and sincerity. I would like, please, to ask you to give a round of applause to our president, Dave.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, our amazing Sergeant at Arms. I'm always speechless when you hand the mic over to me. You're very, very sweet with your words. Thank you. Again, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined us past midnight where you are. We really do appreciate your perseverance and your presence. So today's theme is life lessons. And I love that theme because this is something we can all relate to. So by show of hands, tell me if you're the kind of person who learns the hard way. Okay, I have a few in the house, good. So, well, it's good because I'm a person who always learned the hard way. I know that we all have parents and guardians and senior people in our families who always made an effort to teach us right from wrong and to tell us beforehand what we should or should not do in order to avoid getting into trouble. But I think it's due to our curiosity as human beings that we by nature would like to try things for ourselves and learn firsthand what it's like to get into a certain situation, not by what we're told, but based on our firsthand experiences. So learning the hard way is actually not a bad approach. It may be more problematic. It may be taking the longer road, but at the end of the day, it allows you to grow. It allows you to blossom. It allows you to gain the kind of wisdom that you would not gain had you chosen the easy way out. So today we will be discussing life lessons throughout the course of this meeting. I know that we will be trying to use the word of the day, which I will mention later, in order to incorporate how important it is to apply our life lessons to our daily lives in order to grow and mature. So in order to conclude, I would like to mention something, and I still want to know if you guys agree with this quote. And it goes as follows. It says, in school, we're taught a lesson and then given a test. But in life, we're given a test that teaches us a lesson. Who agrees? Exactly. So since most of you agree, I think it would be safe to say that the only way we could truly and genuinely and comprehensively learn a lesson is to be able to go through the challenge, is to be able to test ourselves, is to be able to do things that would we not do if we decide to just listen to what people ask us to do without necessarily challenging ourselves and experimenting. So with that said, I would like to welcome everybody again to our meeting tonight. I hope we all together share some of our life experiences throughout the course of this meeting. I hope that some of our guests go ahead and volunteer to participate in our table topic discussions so we can get to know you a little bit better. Again, welcome on board. Thank you for joining us. And I look forward to a fun-filled and intellectual meeting ahead. I will now hand over the mic over to Ashraf, our Toastmaster of the day. The mic is yours.
Hello and welcome. Can you guys hear me? All right. Hello and welcome everyone to the Toastmasters meeting. My name is Ashraf Yusuf. I am the secretary of the club. I am so happy to see everyone here. I see Omar, I see Galal, I see Murad, I see Amr, I see people from Japan, from the Philippines. It is so great to have everyone here with us. So, let us talk about today's meeting. Let me share my screen and see the agenda for today. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So for today's meeting, we have first Murad, who has taken us through the Sergeant at Arms role, and then Dina, who has given us the introduction. The next part is the speechathons. We have our first speaker, Alia, who will be giving us a speech called Congratulations. And then we will have the second speaker, Mu'min Ali. And then the second part of our meeting, which is the table topic section, which is the chance for everyone to participate in today's meeting and see which is best, who can contribute and who can give us the good impromptu speeches. The third part of today's meeting is the evaluations part, which will be guided by Ahmed Ala. And we will have the evaluator 1, evaluator 2, grammarian, timer, and a counter. So, the a counter, please give us what you will be doing today. Yes, Galal Zaki. Please unmute yourself, Galal. Thank you.
I'm trying to unmute Galal, but I can't.
I sent you a prompt saying ask to unmute.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, my role today as our counter is to take note of all the words and sounds that are used as crutch or thought fillers by anyone who speaks during the meeting. I will listen to overused words such as and, well, okay, you know. I will also take note of filler sounds such as and a new one that I've been listening to recently, and repeated words and phrases such as this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker uses these expressions. And finally, to quote a YouTube counter, I hope that you'll all be awesome and not awful. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Our next role player is the timer. Please welcome Gheda as she gives us the timer role for today's meeting.
Dear fellow Toastmaster and guest evening, my role today is to monitor time during each segment during the meeting. So for prepared speeches, normally the given time for each project is from 5 to 7 minutes. So when you reach 5 minutes, I will show you the green cards and it will be like that. When you reach 6 minutes, I will show you yellow cards, and at 7 minutes, I will show you the red card. For table topic, you have from 1 to 2 minutes. So 1 minute green card, 1 minute and a half yellow card, and red card for reaching 2 minutes. In evaluation part, the given time is from 2 to 3 minutes. I will show you the green card at 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half yellow card, and red card when you reach your maximum time, 3 minutes. For each speaker, you have a chance for extra 30 seconds. If you reach your maximum time, you still have 30 seconds to find end for your speech if you didn't. Wish all the luck for all the speakers. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Did we lose Ashraf? We lost him, right?
Looks like so, yeah. So we may.
Okay, so who's next?
Next is the
speaker meeting.
Grammarian? Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead until he's able to sign back on. Okay, so today I will be the grammarian. As a grammarian, I was given the task to choose the word of the day, which is survive. Okay, can everybody hear me? Survive. No exceptions. I want everybody who chooses to participate in the table topic discussion to please make sure to use this word. And the reason why I chose this word is because I think it coincides very nicely with our theme of the day, which is lessons that we learn throughout the course of our lifetime. So what does survive mean? Survive by definition is to continue to live or exist, especially in spite of danger or hardship. So this is what survive is by definition. Also, to use it in a sentence would be, we must evolve in order to survive. We must evolve in order to survive. Also, as the grammarian today, I will be on the lookout for any grammatical mistakes, and I will point that out towards the end of the meeting. And I will also be on the lookout for any appealing phrases that are also used tonight. I look forward to everybody's prepared speeches, improvised speeches. Thank you so much. And now I will hand the mic over to Ashraf, our Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, Murad, please make me co-host because I was disconnected due to bad networking issues. So yes, thank you. So moving on, we have done the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. So the theme of today is life lessons. We all go through life. We all see lots of different roads, different obstacles that we see and we overcome. One of the things that really helped me, like that happened to me when I was a kid. So when I was growing up, I had to have a bank account. So this was the first time I had ever done a bank account. This was when I was in second year of college. I went in and I saw all of these people. The place is so nice, so neat. Everything is so well established. All the people are in suits. All the people are in ties. I felt very intimidated. I was like this short and I felt really intimidated. So I went and I said, guys, how can I open an account? And he said, you have to give me this, and so on. And I had to have a minimum balance of, I think, 5,000 pounds. So to me, that was a lot. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to get these papers. Then I'm going to go to the bank next day and I'm going to do it. So I climbed up the stairs. I had a briefcase full of 5,000 pounds. To me, that was like a fortune. And I had a nice suit on. I felt very important. I felt very up to the task. I went up the stairs feeling very confident, feeling very responsible. And then I hit the glass wall. And I fell over and the money sprayed out like candy all across the place. And the wall was hit. The suit was ruined. Everything was completely destroyed. I took my money, I ran out, and I didn't come back another 2 months. So that taught me something very important. Do not not estimate, do not care about what other people think in any situation. No matter how important you may feel or how something may be important to you, do not care too much about the situation itself. Even if you're going to a business meeting and it's very important, even if you're on Toastmasters, do not get in your head and think this, I have to do an excellent job. So this is one of my life lessons. Let us get into our first speaker for today. Our first speaker is Alia. Her evaluator is Wala Othman. Wala, please give us her role for today.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Asha, for your great story. And now, Alia's objective is to deliver a social speech. And because we all love to hear Alia talking and speaking and giving speeches, she's not only going to give one speech, but two. Her objective for today is to deliver two speeches, 3 to 4 minutes each. So that would add up to having or to delivering a 7-minute speech. Best of luck, Alia, and back to you, Ashraf.
Thank you, Wala. The speech title is Congratulations. Please welcome Ali.
He was a man of substance, a man with a pure heart, a pure mind, and a pure soul, who spent 50 whole years working 10 hours a day to cure hundreds of patients, hundreds of poor patients for free. He had no car, he had no phone, he had little money. In fact, he was poor. But he walked on his feet each and every day to his very humble yet very meaningful clinic to cure those patients. He once said, "After my graduation, my father spent all of the money he had on me, for me to become a doctor instead of curing himself. So from that day onwards, I promised myself to spend each and every pound to cure as many poor patients as possible." He then continued to tell us a very painful story between a mother and her 10-year-old child. "Mom, please, please, I can't take this any longer. Save me and buy me the insulin injection." And his mother replied, "My dear son, if I bought you the insulin injection, I won't have enough money to afford to buy your own siblings some food to eat." And so the little child ran to the roof of the house and burnt himself. He burnt himself, and while doing so, he shouted, "Mother, I'm killing myself to keep my siblings alive." Watching this, the doctor of hundreds of poor patients ran to the child, hugged him, pulled him tightly to his arms, covered him with a blanket, hoping, just hoping that he would survive. But he died. He died, but left the doctor with stronger will and determination to save as many more poor patients as possible for free. Can anyone guess who this noble doctor is? Yes, indeed. He is no other than the doctor of the poor, Muhammad Mashali, also known as Tabib al-Ghalaba, who died very recently. He was a man of substance, a man with a pure heart, a pure mind, and a pure soul, who died at the age of 76, but left behind a legacy that will always be remembered in people's hearts. You see, in recognition and in honor of such beautiful figures, we should truly express our deepest condolences. They prove to us that being rich is not about the amount of money you have or the number of assets you possess. Being rich is by how profound your values are and how they impact each and every person's life you touch for as long as you live and long after you die. Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to the graduation ceremony of 2019-2020. Today, we celebrate the strength and persistence of all of the students who managed to make it through this academic year with strength and determination. They faced all challenges and obstacles throughout all of the changes that happened and embraced all chances to come through this long, mysterious year full of mysterious and ambiguous circumstances and situations to make it here today. Today, we celebrate the victory, and yes, we call it victory, of our students and professors. They managed to survive 2020. Can you believe it? A year that no one ever would forgive, I believe, and would ever forget. Hats off to them. Indeed, it is a pleasure and my honor today, in commemoration and celebration of beautiful students and professors we have, to admit that we actually went through a pretty rough time during this academic year. With the transition of the offline platform to an online one, where our teachers were trained, of course, very quickly to adapt to the online setting, and students, of course, were willing and capable and cooperative enough to cope with this online platform. Together, our students and professors, hand in hand, did it and made it to the end of this year. You see, Corona has left us with many life lessons that we should also take into account. The first one is not to take anything for granted. The second one is to take care of yourself and of your loved ones. The third one is to adapt to the forever changing process called life. The fourth one is to live life day by day without overthinking about tomorrow. And the fifth and final one is to live with a positive mindset, because that is the only thing that will get you moving forward. Having said that, and an appreciation and love, expressing my gratitude towards all of the efforts that were done by our faculty, by our professors, and by our students of this academic year, and with a big, big shout out, I would like to say, congratulations!
Is it over? Alia, are you there?
She's done.
Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting, Alia. Thank you for that awesome speech. Thank you. All right. Our next evaluator, or our next speaker who has an evaluator. The evaluator is, I believe, Kareem Griffith. Kareem, are you there? Kareem. Where are you, Mr. Oh, there you are. All right. Hello. Please give us the evaluation.
Thanks, Ashraf. Moorman's speech this evening is on understanding your communication style. So the objective of this speech is for him to find out about different communication styles and learn about his own communication style. This speech is along Moorman's path of effective coaching, and wish him all the best. Title of his speech is called The Miracle Worker. So back to you, Toastmaster today.
So the title is Miracle Worker. Please welcome Mu'min Ali.
Good evening, everyone. When I knew that I have to give a speech about communication styles, or communication in general in that perspective, the first thing that came to my mind was the name of Helen Keller. For those of you who don't know Helen Keller was an American lady who was born by the end of the 19th century. And after 18 months of her birth, she caught an illness, an unknown one at that time, which left her blind and deaf. At that stage, and if you were in her shoes, you probably would be an outcast. Your only hope is just to survive and to go through life. But, you know, Helen Keller was a miracle. Helen Keller didn't only broke the communication barrier between her and the rest of the world, she became the first blind and deaf to have a bachelor degree. She became an author and a lecturer. Helen Keller was a true miracle in life. Helen Keller communicated with the outer world through different styles that evolved throughout her lifetime. Firstly, she used to communicate through this style. The finger touches on the palm, where you make the words or write the letters with your fingers on the other person's palm. Later on, Helen Keller evolved her style. She was able to understand the people by touching the lips. She would understand the lips movement, and then she would understand what you are saying. And finally, she was able to speak on her own. For those of you who know me, I tend to usually think beyond the obvious. So when we see someone like Helen Keller, a miracle on her own, was there a miracle worker? Let me reiterate. You see, when Helen was a child, she was caged. She was surrounded by a huge wall of silence and darkness. So that the question is, was she the one who made the leap above that wall? Or was there someone strong enough and courageous enough to pull her out? Actually, that one did exist. And it was none but someone called Anne Sullivan Macy. Anne Sullivan Macy was Helen Keller's teacher. She arrived when Helen was at the age of 7 on the request of Helen's family. When Anne Sullivan arrived, the first thing she did with Helen was to make her life more disciplined and strict in that manner. Helen's life at that time, you can imagine, was going chaotic, sorry. The second step was she started trying to teach Helen the words. What she did, the normal hand and palm, hand and fingers movement. So, for example, if Helen was holding a book in one hand, Ellen would go to Helen's other hand and she start writing the word book. Well, you would think like that was all, but actually the result was not good at the beginning. You see, as Helen later on in her life described, she didn't have the slightest idea about the concept of words in the first place. She didn't understand the simple notion that the objects in life would have words and names to describe it. It was a mental leap that Helen needed to make. And that happened. So one afternoon, and after a lot of persistence and effort from Alan, and while a cold liquid was falling on one of Helen's hands, Alan Sullivan grabbed Helen's other hand and she started making the signs. Water. And finally it all came to Helen. Finally, she did understand. She got it. And it was the first word that she learned, water. As Helen describes it, and I would like to quote from Helen's biography, it was the living word that awakened my soul, gave it light, hope, and set it free. Needless to say, Helen considers Alan's day of arrival as the birth of her soul. You see, if we look at it, Alan Sullivan's communication style could be considered as a form of supportive communication as per the Toastmasters standards. I personally perceive this form of communication as one of the most altruistic and glorious. You see, because in the end, in the essence of it, in the essence of that communication style, there's support. There's an aim to create value to the other person on the receiving end. And if we put a hierarchy, I would rank supportive communication with the aim of allowing someone else to find his voice and to communicate with the world and to be able to express himself as one of the most honorable of them all. So by the end of my speech, and I would like to take this opportunity to invite every one of you listening to me now to be your own miracle workers, to find someone you care about and to help them discover the best of their potential and find their voice. And finally, empower them to express themselves to the world. Thank you all.
Thank you, Momin. Wonderful, wonderful job. Again, communication is key in this world. It is one of the most used things that everyone here, everyone will ever live, will use. Not engineering, not business, not accounting, not medicine, communication. If you are good communication, you will probably be able to cultivate or to show your other skills extremely well and get the praise that you want. So yes, thank you, Momin, for reiterating this point. So it is time to vote. We will see who is the best speaker for today. So Murad, are we ready?
Yes, yes, we are. We are ready. Give me a sec. We are ready in 2 seconds. Okay. Okay. And Mu'min Ali, صح? Okay. Can you see it on the screen?
No, I don't think they can.
Okay. Okay. Can you see it now?
Did you press launch polls?
Yes. Yes, I did. Okay, let me try again. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, cool. It's tough to be the master actually.
Yeah.
Not easy. Okay.
Let's give it a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, 5 more seconds. 2, 1. All right.
Okay.
Great job.
Cool.
Is Hassan here, the Toastmaster, the what's it called? Table topics
Table
master.
topic.
Yes.
He is? I can't see him.
I think I see him.
Ah, Hassan, yeah.
Here I am.
I'll make you co-host. Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Hassan.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so now we have one of the most exciting parts about this meeting, which is the table topics session. So now is your chance, everybody's chance, to give it a try and give a speech of 1 to 2 minutes about today's theme, which is life's lesson. And I will ask you a question, and you will give a 1 to 2 minute speech to answer that question. So yeah, let's start. I'll share my screen. Can you see now? Can everybody see? Okay. So question number 1, talk about a situation that taught you the importance of honesty. So who wants to participate? Okay, Amjad Ali. Yeah. So Ashraf, could you please unmute Amjad? Amjad Ali. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hassan. Thank you. Yeah. Are you reading the topic for me again? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Okay.
Yes, you're audible. Yes.
Okay. Table topic master, are you reading the topic for me again, or I can start?
Yeah, you can start. Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Table Topic Master and fellow Toastmasters from Egypt. Really appreciate for hosting me. The topic which is given to me, the situation that taught me the importance of honesty. Let me take you back in my childhood, ladies and gentlemen, when my father and my mother, they taught me one thing very important. I'm sure you must have taught by your parents as well. They said, Amjad, if you speak truth, you don't need to remember it ever. Always speak truth, doesn't matter how far you go. But if you speak a lie, you remember, you cannot remember. So that will put you in a situation, rather bad situation for your entire life. So make sure whenever you are doing something, acting or reacting on a situation, be mindful. They never went to school, ladies and gentlemen. They were uneducated, but they were proud parents and they knew how to raise their children. We were 8 siblings. We are still 8 siblings by the grace of Almighty. This is what they have inculcated in our bodies, in our minds, in our virtues. And today, you believe or not, we are living one of the best lives on this planet. I have no problem at all in my life. That's what I have learned from my parents. And this is the important lesson of my life, which remained with me as ever. So you believe or not, if you are speaking one lie today, it will never make you a peaceful person ever. And you can never remember your lie. But when you are truthful, you don't have to remember. You can just go sleep and have chill. Nobody will call you and bother you at all. This is what is the importance of honesty, of being truthful. Ladies and gentlemen, be truthful and your life will be the happiest life on this planet Earth. Be blessed. Stay blessed wherever you are. Back to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Amjad, for this amazing life lesson. So let's see the next one. Talk about a situation that taught you patience. So who wants to volunteer? Saif Jamil. Okay. Can you please unmute Saif? Saif Jamil. Okay, we can't hear you now, Saif. We just wait a moment, please. We will unmute you. Okay.
Safe, press the button when I give you the thing.
Saif?
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Hello, everyone. I like this topic. When previously some years ago, when I'm studying mechanical engineering in my one-year program, always I used to read very hard, and I even not sleep. So sometimes when my mother comes to my room and see me is reading, she always gives me a word of courage. And in that time, there is one topic which is pretty difficult to understand. When I tell my mother that, oh my mom,
Safe, your voice is very unclear. Very, very unclear.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah.
Okay, then she told me in the meeting, be patient and endeavor. Because if not you, who is going to study? And if you are not doing it now, where are you going to do it? So she gave me a word of courage. And at the end, I used to go for the lecture, and sometimes if I didn't understand, I'll go to my teacher and ask him, and even find the tutorial lesson with my colleagues so that we can share some ideas. And at that time, I begin to understand what I'm going to focus on. And when I return home, I'm always tell my mother that if I'm going to the lecture, there's one word I could remember when you are telling me that this session I enjoyed. Then at that time, I realized that in everything, in anything, this session I enjoyed will make you to succeed in your life. That's you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Saif. Thank you so much. So let's see the next life lesson. Compassion. So talk about a situation that taught you compassion. Where is the volunteer? Anyone? Okay, so we have Pharaoh Ramses. Okay. Right? We have DTM, Pharaoh Ramses. That's, of course, not your true name.
So, fellow Toastmasters and my great friends from Egypt, good evening. Okay. Now, in terms of compassion, I think that's the most important thing, especially right now, what happened about the world, that you always have the heart to do everything, the heart to help others. I think that's also one thing that I learned when I started to join Toastmasters. I started my Toastmaster journey in Saudi Arabia way back in 2012. Compassion started when I have my mentors. My mentors helped me a lot in my Toastmaster journey. Before, I'm so shy to talk in front of many people, but the compassion that each of the Toastmaster teach me as I journey to my competition in Saudi Arabia, my DTM in Saudi Arabia, they teach me how to learn compassion in terms of mentorship. Right now, I have my other fellow Toastmasters with me, not only in Saudi Arabia, as also in the Philippines. I started mentoring them and learned them the compassion that I've learned in Toastmasters. And it's so nice tonight. I've also seen some of my Egyptian brothers in Saudi Arabia. I see Toastmaster Omar Farouk is here from Riyadh. I also have the district director, the past district director of District 79, Toastmaster Samir Kamal. These are my good friends. And these people teach me the word compassion. in what we call Toastmastering. I hope, my fellow Toastmaster, continue your compassion in how to do your leadership and communication, because it gives you a long way to help others in your mentorship. Back to our table topic, Master of the Evening.
Okay, thank you, Ramses. Thank you. The next question, talk about a situation that taught you gratitude. Okay. Who wants to participate? I can't see anyone. Okay, shall I choose? I will choose.
We have a couple of people who want to volunteer.
Oh, yeah.
You have Charlie.
I didn't see. We have Muhammad Abid. Muhammad Abid, right? Yeah. Okay. Could you please unmute yourself?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me fine? Perfect. So, all right. So I wasn't actually grateful when I was a kid. So I did have like lots of complaints about the way I live, the way I talk, the way I do almost anything. And like after a while, I discovered some skills that I had. I was able to learn. Actually, I could see like anything and try to imitate it. And right now I'm 30 years old, and I think that was like the best skill I ever had. Most of what I know right now, I learned from people, and that's something I'm grateful for. And I'm also grateful for you because you gave me this chance, and that was my first time joining Toastmasters, and I never had in mind to do a speech actually. So yeah, I guess that's my impromptu. Like, have nothing else to add actually. I wasn't grateful when I was a kid, and around when I was 20, I started being grateful after finishing like university and going into the real world. I saw that I could work on myself and imitate what other people do, even if I don't have like the genuine skills. I can imitate people and innovate afterwards, like to add some value in the lives of those around me and even myself. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you to Master Hassan.
Thank you, Muhammad.
Thank you.
I'm very grateful for your speech.
Thank you.
So let's see the next life lesson. Creativity. So talk about a situation that taught you creativity. Who wants to talk? Okay, yeah, we have Ahmed Tariq. Yep.
How are you doing?
How are you doing, Ahmed? I'm fine, good.
I'm fine. Well, let me talk to you about a situation that taught me the importance of creativity. Actually, a couple of days ago, while I was surfing some social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok, all this stuff, I just found millions of videos of many public figures and many famous people that they're just seeking some attention of people. But while I'm going deep in these videos, I just found they don't produce any content for their audience. And what I really asked myself is that why those people getting these millions of likes, and why they are famous, while there are lots of people also they are more creative, and they can just produce lots of amazing contents for their audience, but they are just not getting the same amount of likes like those famous people. And I just found that people want somebody who is just making a lot of noise around him, to to grab the attention of people. But as you know, it doesn't last. Just in the next 2 years, you will not find a singer, famous singer who's called Hamubika. He will not be present at all. But the most important thing, if your creativity is driven by seeking attention, you're never gonna be creatively fulfilled. You just have to introduce a perfect content for your audience, and that will last forever. That you can teach more and more people, as millions of people on YouTube are producing lots of amazing content. I think that's, in a nutshell, I think it's the most important thing, that you have to learn how to produce your content, how to be creative in order to satisfy all your fans and be last for so long. Thanks at all.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed, for that amazing speech. So next question. Talk about a situation that taught you cooperation. Okay, who wants to volunteer?
Hassan, you have Charlie and Mudit. They both want to volunteer.
Okay. Charlie and Charlie. Okay, so let's start with Charlie. Charlie? Yeah. Could you please unmute yourself? Okay.
2 is better than 1. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, did you know that when we help one another, we do things better together? There are times in life that we have to be cooperative, that we have to extend our hands to our brothers and sisters in order for us to do the work easier and better. Just like our situation right now, we are facing global health crisis, and we can always win this battle together. Personally, I help in our community. I feed our frontliners because that's one thing that I could give them. At home, we divide labors because when there is division of labor, things are done easier and better. The best lesson that we could ever get from cooperation is the value of willingness to help other people, is the value of creating a community that values discipline, that values principles in life, that values unity. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, unity has brought us so far. And if we stop cooperating with other people, then we will never progress. Let me end this talk by giving you a very simple thing which you always have to remember. two is better than one. And every battle that we face, every problem that we have to solve, we can always do better together. So in case that we're challenged once more, let's hold our hands together and win this battle together. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you so much. Of course, two is better than one. That's for sure. Okay, so the next question
And
is...
we will have one more, okay?
Okay, so this is the last question. Talk about a situation that taught you ambition. So, who was the last one? Mudit? You wanted to... Okay, so Mudit, please go on. Could you please unmute yourself? You need to unmute yourself first, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, but can you please repeat the topic?
Again, I didn't hear you.
Can you please repeat the topic?
Okay, so the topic is talk about a situation that taught you ambition.
Ambition.
Yep.
Isn't that what brings us together on this platform? Ambition to be a better speaker. That's one of the recent situations that I can think on top of my head, which drive or probably which drove me to be here, even though it's midnight and I would have been obviously be sleeping if I wasn't here on this platform. Wasn't it for the ambition to be a better speaker? Of course it was. However, there are always two kinds of people in the world. One, who are driven by ambition and who are always ambitious to achieve their goals. And the second, who think that ambition is not the primary objective of being a human. And if you correlate the last topic to this one, cooperation and ambition probably don't go hand in hand. There were situations in my life when I was quite ambitious when I was in college, and I would have never cooperated with anyone in exams if they wanted to see my answer sheet. So I would be like sitting like this and writing my answers, and there was no cooperation because I was ambitious. And later on, I learned that I needed to balance up cooperation as well as ambition, because as we have the word for the day, survive, and it's important to survive. And in order to survive, you need to have cooperation and ambition going side by side. So isn't it important?
Mudit, could you please unmute yourself? Because you muted yourself.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Isn't it important in life to have ambition, however, to make sure that our ambitious drives are not over the top of someone else's dreams? Thank you, and back to you.
Okay, thank you, Mudit. So now we came to the end of our part of the table topics. So we need to vote for the best table topic speaker. So Ashraf, could you please make the vote, the poll?
Murad, is it ready?
I'm doing it. I'm doing
okay.
Yep. Yeah. You can see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I missed no one. Yeah, 7 people. That's good. Another 5 seconds.
All right, that is the end of the voting period.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Hassan, for this awesome table topic section. Now we will have a break for 5 minutes. So if you guys want to take a little break, have a little fun, get down tonight, stuff like that, you can do that for 5 minutes. So yeah, timer, please put down 5 minutes in your counter.
There is a three-way tie between the table topic contestants.
Omar, were you saying something?
Yes, I think by mistake the result was shown also for the table topics. There is a three-way tie between three contestants, I think. So you have to
These
cast a
results,
tie.
yeah, I noticed, but these results are wrong. I think something technical happened because the first set of results showed one distinctive winner. So I think somebody
Okay.
must have kind of relaunched it, and then this happened.
Okay. The marketing guru is with us, the Galal Saki. Marketing
Omar,
award.
I'm one of your biggest fans, Omar. Thank you for inviting me all over the world.
Yes, most welcome. See, I need to live up to 80 also,
Dina, I'm as an art counter. Am I supposed to evaluate everybody, or is it just the main speakers and the tabletop speakers?
So the speakers, the table topic speakers, and the evaluators as well.
And the evaluators as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also the grammarian also, I think.
How about, I mean, the sergeant at arms?
I'm sorry, what, Gilgin? I can't hear you.
Am I to evaluate the sergeant at arms and the president during this session?
Sure, you can evaluate everybody. We would all
Okay.
love to benefit from your experience, sir.
Or my inexperience.
No, not
Life
true.
lessons learned.
What?
You are very experienced.
Dina, I love that you have included this grammarian role also. Last time I saw there was no like grammarian role, but you have incorporated it in your meeting. That is good to see. The grammarian.
I'm sorry, Omar, can you come again? I'm so sorry, you're breaking up for a second there.
I am saying that that is great to see that you have included this grammarian role in your meetings, the language evaluator.
Oh yeah, it's very important.
Yes.
I think we've always had a grammarian though.
Really? I think maybe I have not seen it in Alexandria Toastmasters. I think they don't have it. And
I'm
I
not
think
sure about Alexandria, but I know in Cairo we've always had a grammarian.
Really? Okay, good. Maybe the word master used to have, I think, or something like that. So that is pointing out the good usage and bad usages of the grammar.
Yeah, it's important. It's a very important role.
Yes, it is.
All right, time is up. Thank you, Rada. Time to get back to our meeting. All right, so the next part of our today's meeting is the evaluation section. So the evaluation section is headed by Toastmaster Ahmed Ale. He will be taking us through all of the evaluation roles we have for today. Take it away, buddy. Ahmed Ale, are you asleep? Wake up. Wake up. Ahmed. General Evaluator. And he left. All right, moving on. We have our first evaluator for today, who is going to evaluate Ali Atiyah, and the name is Wala Othman. Wala, please give us your evaluation of Alia.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honorable guests, and especially Toastmaster Alia. What a great speech that you delivered tonight. Here's a round of applause from me because it was a heart-touching speech. It was an incredible one, and congratulations on stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something that is completely different, but definitely not different, not really weird, because it's you, Ali, and we're always expecting new stuff from you. Now, Ali, you clearly met your objectives because you started with a hook, and that hook was a story, and it took you only a second to capture our attention. You said he was a man, and we all just wanted to know what happens next. There was a great hook, and then you made that story work on people's emotions. And it's a great way to get people captivated. You backed that up and accessorized also the emotions part with your facial expressions. They were so sad. We could almost see a tear at the corner of your eye, and I can see your lips shiver, and your voice. It was just all it was like a package of really good storytelling skills. And what really astonished me was your voice modulations. You were mimicking kids, old men, mother. It was a combination of different voices, and that definitely amused us. What I would have liked to see was I wanted to see the stories linked together. So there is a way to link them by saying, for example, you'll think that Mashali is dead, but I see a student, or I see a man sitting in in the graduation of class of 2020, listening to the dean of the college going so and so and so. You say that speech of the man, and then you say, and he's determined to become that next man because this year taught him this and this and that. So there is this way. It's definitely your own call and what you see the speech and how you see the speech. So if you see them as two different or two separate speeches. You can do the cards. It was a great call as well. But personally, I would have liked to see a smooth transition between them. You had great audience awareness because I want to see the timer because I don't know my time. But you've got great audience awareness because this story, all Egyptians could tune into and be. It was relevant to all Egyptians. We all heard about the man, and last but not least, your fast pace when you were giving that speech, that graduation speech, it was on point because it was very motivating and uplifting, and that's all what we needed in that. So thank you, Alia, and continue using your stories because they definitely captivate us, and I'm looking forward to hearing your next speech. Thanks, and back to you, Ashraf or Ahmed Ali.
Okay, thank you, Wala. Sorry for that breakout. And moving on to our next evaluator, Toastmaster Kareem Griffith. Please give us your evaluation. Toastmaster Kareem.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmed. Momen, first of all, congratulations on a great speech. Thank you for that engaging story. Let me begin by saying you really are an engaging storyteller. You told a beautiful story, and you started off by sharing with us the first thing that came to mind when you thought about communication. And by doing that, it caused your audience to think, okay, why is it that Helen Keller came to your mind in this way? So this was a really effective and engaging hook to start with. As I say, you told the story in a very personal way. You're clearly very familiar with it, and so that gave you a conversational tone in how you delivered your speech. And that made it quite interesting and relatable. And it also conveyed how much you cared for this topic and how there was a passion about what you were speaking about, and that the reasons for that became clear as you moved through your speech. It also took the idea of communication from a different and unique angle, and this was also very effective as a tool for keeping and engaging your audience and grabbing attention. With respect to what you might want to consider working on, is that I wanted to hear more about you. I wanted it to tie back to your communication style a little bit more. We heard a lot about this story, and I don't think I was left very clear about how you felt about it, how you relate directly to your style of communication. Certainly, as I say, from your tone, from the way you delivered it, we can tell that you care about it. And I wanted just a little bit more to hear about you. I think also that's what the project was inviting you to do. Overall, your vocal variety was great. The interesting topic was excellent. You engaged us, you kept eye contact. And I would end by congratulating you on a speech well done. Thank you. And back to you, Toastmaster Ahmed.
Thank you, Kareem, for your evaluation. And now we survived through the meeting so far. Now is the time to hear the reports of our tag team. Please welcome our grammarian to present her report, Toastmaster Dina Abu Saif.
Okay, hello again, everyone. So today I just took note of a couple of things. Unfortunately, I had some breakups, so I missed some of the quotes that I wanted to resort to. But with Alia's speech, I know she said something about a man is not rich by his possessions, but by the impact that he has on other people's lives, something along those lines. Absolutely brilliant. Very, very insightful and very true. So thank you so much for this phrasing. It does teach us so much beyond the materialistic world, how important it is to impact other people in other ways that are much more impactful. So I thought this was a brilliant statement. Just a little thing, when you were talking about efforts, you said efforts done, but it's efforts made. So that's the only little thing that I had written down for you. Also, Mu'min, you and Mudit are the only two people who used the word of the day, who said survive. So everybody, please give them a big round of applause. They are the only two people who used the word. I thought more people would use this word because I think we are all survivors in one way or another, but nobody else did. So hats off to you. Just a couple of things that I took note during your speech. You said she did not only broke, it's did not only break. And then she said, you said she starts writing, it is she starts writing. So these are the only two grammatical errors that I took note of during your speech. Amjad, you were talking about your childhood. First of all, great speech. Thank you for sharing such inspiring stories about the way you were raised. So you were talking about your childhood. You said, take you back in my childhood. It is take you back to my childhood. Pharaoh Ramses, also during your improvised speech, you were talking about teaching. So you said, they teached me. It is, they taught me. Also, likewise, when you were talking about teaching other people, you said, I learned them, but the right way to say it is, I taught them. Last but not least, Ahmad Tariq, you were talking about creativity and you said, you'll never be creativity, but the right way to say it is, you'll never be creative. Otherwise, a job well done. Everybody, thank you for your efforts, your participation, your eloquence. And now I will hand the mic over to our general evaluator. The mic is yours.
Thank you, Dina, for your report. And now for the counter report and Toastmaster, Mr. Galal. Mr. Galal, Toastmaster Galal, are you there?
Okay, now I'm, hello? Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll start off with the first speaker and then the Toastmaster, the tabletop speakers, and then the rest of the people who spoke today. Is that okay? Okay. Regarding Alia, she was awesome in all her speeches. She just mentioned to take twice. Alia was awesome. Regarding Mu'min Ali, he uses pauses that go, I don't know if you can hear that. There's a T and there's a, he did that 14 times. The uhs and ums were 6 times. Repetition of words, the first, chaos, Helen, chaos, chaotic, sorry, a book. Now, regarding the table topic speakers, there was one that dropped out. I lost the line, starting with Amjad Ali. Important. Saif Jamil was not really audible, but he started off with uhs and ums, and he was cut off. Pharaoh Ramses, great. I missed Muhammad Abid. I was offline. Ahmed Tariq, they, for their, over 10 times. More creative. They're just, you know. Charlie, cooperation too. Charlie was great. He was awesome. And Mudit was great and awesome. Going to the evaluators, Wala. Sorry. Wala Osman. 7 times. It's to get what really something me what really did astonished me, something like that. Would have liked. Kareem Griffith. And us 9 times. Start up by sharing how much you cared for this topic as a tool about how you Dina, you were great at the beginning. Grammarian, you had 3 ums, but I'd like to start off with Sergeant at Arms, please, Murad. Of the twice and Toastmasters twice, and you scratched your head, and then individual twice, and here's a new one for me. 4 times, and a new one, what, and a 3 times plus, and before. So I would suggest you watch out with the what and Dina, you were awesome at the beginning, of course. Ashraf Yusuf, I see 3 times, who had 2 times, and 22 times, who, so, like. Rada, no as, wala, her. I guess I've finished everybody. Kareem Griffith, I said that. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Mr. Gilal, for your unusual report. And now the time for the timer report. Please welcome Toastmaster Ghada Sharaw. Toastmaster Ghada. I asked you to unmute.
Hello. Hi again, everybody. First, I would like to thank you all for sharing your life lessons, because I do believe that we are learning from each other and it helps us to survive. Regarding report, I would like to congratulate all speakers of today because they are within the time, the given time. Regarding prepare the speech, we have Alia. Her given time was 7 minutes. She did 7 minutes. Mu'min, he delivered his speech in 6 minutes and 33 seconds. Moving to table topic was supposed to be from 1 to 2 minutes. Amjad Ali, 2 minutes. Saif Jamil, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Pharaoh Ramses, 1 minute and 52 seconds. Muhammad Abid, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Ahmed Tariq, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Charlie, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Mudit, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Regarding evaluation part, Wala Osman, 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Kareem, 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Then moving to Grammarian Dina, 2 minutes 40 seconds. Galal, 4 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Ghada, for your detailed report. And sorry again for the breakout at the beginning of the evaluation section. I had to move beside the internet router to get a connection. So we survived through the meeting so far. We survived through the meeting so far, and now it's the time to the general evaluator report. And before I start, I would like to ask you something, guys. What Eid has done to us? We are different. I think that's why we should not eat too much meat. It affects our IQ level. I feel everything is going in slow motion or something. And without any delay, my report is going to consist of 4 segments. First, before the meeting, guests are welcomed upon arrival in several ways, thanks to Murad, Dina through the mic, and Alia through chat. Thank you, guys. And unfortunately, we did not start on time. We started at 7:22, 7 minutes late. And there was too much changes on the rules. However, we managed to fill all the rules before the meeting starting. Regarding the Toastmaster of the day, thank you, Ashraf, for stepping in the last minute. Ashraf for the rescue. Thank you. The Toastmaster of the day introduced the theme of the day very clearly, and he introduced some rules and forgot to introduce others, such as me, the general evaluator. Thank you, Ashraf, for that. And with a proper introduction to the table topic master session, and now we're done with Ashraf. For the Toastmaster for the table topic segment, the segment was probably explained and it was general and could fit with any theme, not exclusively to today's theme. And I think it's clever. It's a very good practice to invite a lot of guests to participate in the table topic session. However, throughout the whole table topic session, the screen sharing was on, and we heard some background noise from that table topic session end. So I guess that's notes to future meetings. The final part of my report will be the evaluation segment, which I can confidently tell you guys that we're awesome, regardless of our breakout. So the rule introduced properly, and we did a great job. And thank you guys for surviving throughout our meeting today. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Ahmed. Murad, have we done the voting section yet?
Not yet. There is one left.
All right, so it's time to vote for the best evaluator for today's meeting.
Okay. By the way, I by accident shared the results of the best table topic, but these are not the right ones. It was had launched a second poll, so that's not the right results.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem, man.
Yeah. No, it's a big problem. Okay, so I'm going to launch now. I can't, Ashraf, I can't get rid of. Okay.
What's wrong?
I don't know. When I try to launch the, okay, I got it. Okay. It should be on your screen now, yeah?
Yeah. It's there.
For another 10 seconds, and then we go. we're done.
Okay. Send me the certificates and we will be announcing the voting after sending, inshallah, right away.
I'll do that right now. I'll do that right now.
All right. So anyway, we have come to an end or almost to an end to today's meeting. Let us talk about the final lesson of today's meeting, the final life lesson, which is travel. Travel more. Always think about how you're going to travel. Do not spend your savings or your money on material items. Spend it on places and experiences that will make you remember them. We do not remember the last iPhone 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever phone that we bought. We do not remember the time that whatever we bought the latest Apple phone or the latest program on the computer or whatever. We do not remember these things. These things are good, tiny happiness boosters. They are not lasting. But what is lasting is experiences. The time that you went on a bridge and you saw the sunset from a giant bridge, or the time that you traveled to the US or Canada or anywhere in Egypt. These things are what makes life memorable and that you will remember for the rest of your life. So travel more. Think about ways to travel more. Travel does not have to be expensive. I just realized this. All you need is a car, a way of transportation, or maybe a bus. Go there, have accommodation, and that's it. And just eat. That is all you need. You can travel for very low cost. It doesn't have to be at a 5-star, 6-star, 7-star hotel. It doesn't. You can enjoy yourselves, low cost, and you will have lots of fun. All right, Murad, are we done?
Yes, yes. You got the 3 certificates.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so we have the best table topic, the best speaker, and now the best evaluator.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen. Okay. Wait a second. All right. So the best speaker award goes to, I do not hear any suspense. Please show me some suspense. Raise your eyebrows, raise your hands, raise your fingers. Do anything that you can to show excitement. The best the best speaker award goes to Ali Atiyah. Well, congratulations, Alia. Congratulations. You did a great job today in your speech. Thank you, Alia. Excellent job. This will be sent. What?
Just to let you know, on the two other certificates, I had removed that first page. So.
Oh no.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was. Yeah. Sorry.
No problem, Murad.
We learn every day.
That's fine. Life is a giant lesson. Okay. So the best table topics award goes to, I believe we had Mudit, we had Ahmad Tariq, we had Muhammad Abid, we had Charlie. We had a lot of awesome speakers. Let's see who is the winner. Winner is Charlie Domaola. Domaola. Yes. Congratulations, Charlie. Excellent job, my friend. The speech was very well made and you spoke purposefully, which is very nice to hear. Someone who speaks with actual, with a lot of confidence. That is great, man. All right, the next award is the Evaluations Award. We had Kareem Griffith and we had Wala Othman. Who do you think is the winner? Is it Wala? Is it Kareem? Is it Kareem? Is it Wala? All right, let us see who is the winner. The winner is Wala Uthman. Congratulations, Wala. Great job, man. Excellent, excellent job. Thank you, guys, for participating. The awards will be sent later on. All right, that brings an end to our meeting today. Thank you all for joining us. We will go into breakout rooms. If you want to join, feel free to stay on the Zoom account. You will meet new people. You will have conversations. Maybe talk about yesterday's whatever events, and we will continue socializing. If you want to leave, if you are tired, if you are bored, sure, there is no problem at all. So we will go into breakout